Hello guys and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, doing the Ultimate Lander mini-series. So now we're gonna go to Duna. And it'll be great. We'll start doing some scientific research right now. That'll give us some more money. Transfer windows should be almost completely aligned, I think, so. And we're fully fueled, so all we gotta do is get into orbit. So, let's go. We are short our landing leg, to the perceptive amongst you. Kerbal's in a pretty good spot. Looks like we're in an eclipse right now, actually, so probably the perfect spot to do a transfer burn. Alright. Looks like our ablapse is up 20 kilometers, so just cruise up to that and finish the circularization burn. Yeah, I think we're in an eclipse, that's why it's so dark. From my calculations, this should be enough to be able to get us to Duna, safely land. Safely, I say. Why are we going to Duna? I think we have a contract to go to Duna, right? Ah, the tourists. I think it's just the tourists. They don't even say we have to land on Duna, we just gotta do atmospheric flight. So we might do a Ike mission, actually. Ike's easier to leave. We'll enter the atmosphere of Duna briefly. Yep. So since we're leaving from the Mun, it's kind of weird, right? But as long as we time the Mun's orbit correctly, it shouldn't matter too much. I think actually it's more efficient to leave from the Mun, from what I can tell right now. So, and we're able to refuel on the Mun, so it's only like 300, 400 meters per second to leave and get to Duna. Or, that just went up. Yeah, 400 meters per second to leave. Yep. It's very good. So, of course, that means you have to like have a ship capable of doing a Mun mission. So, like, don't go to the Mun and then immediately leave. You know. Turn up the ambient light just a little bit, make it easier for you guys to see. I don't like the way ambient light looks. It does kind of help out, you know. Still in the Kerbal eclipse, so you're not gonna be able to see any. The solar panels aren't gonna get charged. We'll need to do a phase change burn too. Does look like we're gonna miss it by a lot, so we might be able to swoop in and get it later. But we'll see what the maneuver says. But yeah. Last time we went to Duna, we were stranded there for a very long period of time, so not eager to repeat that. Yeah, I mean, Jeb's lived there for like 9 years or 10 years or something ridiculous. But we'll go to Ike this time. And it should also make our transfer the Jool a little bit easier, because we're going to be in a higher orbit. Might even go to Dres or something. Crazy, go to Dres. Who would have thought? We do have a contract to also get some scientific data from the space around Kerbin, so I'll just get that right now. Do an EVA report. 12 science. Review stored report. Transmit it. Process the simple stuff. And we'll do a science lab alert too. 51 days. We're gonna get a ton of science. We're gonna have like thousands and thousands of units of science. Hopefully it sells for a lot. Appear to be slowing down for some reason. Oh, transfer window alarm. Now, I'll plan a maneuver at the descending node. We're actually already pretty much on a pretty good plane, but we don't have an intercept at all, so need to change that up. Ooh, it's expensive. I guess we missed it really badly. Our maneuver was a little bit better, but we go prograde. Yeah, I think no matter what, we're gonna be spinning about 500 meters per second just to hit this place. Probably more than that. Well, let me put the burn a little bit closer. .600 meters per second. Is that even gonna give us enough to land on Duna or Ike? That'd be about like what, 2,000 to land on Ike? Should be enough. Yeah, I think we're just being a little bit of a whiner, baby. We could probably make Ike with this pretty easily. Oh, did we not ever get these guys? I think we forgot to bring the tug home. Got some tourists in there. Should probably go rescue them. I think the tug's capable of making it home on its own, but you know, we'll leave those guys. Then I'm gonna have our periapsis for this maneuver node dip into the atmosphere just a little bit, 10 kilometers, nothing serious. The reasons for that is because we need to complete a contract. What was the contract? Atmospheric flight and flyby of Duna. So let's execute this burn. 600 meters per second. That's crazy. Really messed up the shot, or messed up the timing of the transfer window. I think we were 2 days short. And then also I had it coming out like a slightly bad angle. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess it was. Well, we're still going to hit our target in time. And we should have enough fuel to slow down, rendezvous with Ike, perform a landing, refuel, and then we'll leave for Joule. Maybe Dres, depends which is closer. Alright, we're still very close. So I'm gonna fine tune with the RCS. If you didn't know, you can use RCS fine maneuvers. Looks like we'll warp to our descending node too for the final. That is descending, right? Or are we in ascending? Oh, now we're hitting it at the ascending node. Okay. I guess I'll just fine tune it here. Yep. Since this thing's technically going to be hitting the atmosphere, it makes it kind of like a Martian vehicle, you know? So we could name this thing the Rocinante. It's kind of a nerdy thing to do. But, you know, this thing doesn't have a name yet. I just give them, like, acronym names until I, you know, think of a good name, so. Why don't I also plan this maneuver? We'll rename it later. Need an Ike intercept. That'll do. Yes, why don't I rename this vehicle right now? Give it a proper name. You call it. We were kind of doing. We were kind of renaming them after. It's called Kerbin Mothership right now. We were kind of naming them after explorers. Trying to think of a good famous explorer. Yeah, space explorers. Name it Aldrin 1. Name it Red Aldrin. Because it's made for Joule though, or it's made for Lathe technically. We'll call it Blue Drake. Cool. Time to warp to our science. Alright, science is going well. Transmit it. Nice. Neuroscience alarm. Yeah, we got some time until we hit this planet. We'll make a ton of money off the science though. So yeah, I think this vehicle might have already paid for itself. I'll have to double check when we have to bring these guys home, but I think we should be able to bring them home before their contract expires. I think we got like a good 20 or 30 years until the contract's over. So we'll be going to Joule, maybe Dres. We'll have to see what the transfer window looks like. And Joule's gonna be a tough Delta V environment, because I think this thing has like what, 5,000 or 4,000 meters per second fully fueled. I just gotta take at least 1,000 to get from Duna to Joule, and then another good 2,000 3,000 for the landing and everything. Wow. I've never made this much science this fast. We'll be able to unlock all the stuff in the science building that we have not yet unlocked. And we will be able to sell some of our science for money, which is what we really want. You think we play this game for the fun of it? No, we play for virtual money. Awesome. We'll get a ton of science from, what's it called? Ike. I've never been to Ike, so. Alright. You've entered Duna Sphere of Influence. So that's the contract complete, or contract part complete, right? Nice. Alright. Still have a periapsis set at where we want it to be roughly. Oh, there's Duna. I think the atmosphere should probably take off like 20 or 30 meters per second maybe. And then we'll do the rest with the engines. We'll do it kind of like towards the end. Just because I'm not exactly sure the precision. We'll see. We'll definitely burn like Arap, or we'll see what Arap laps us, and then we'll make a decision from there. Looks like we're in an Ike eclipse. Alright. Hello. Duna. It's me again. Hate this planet. I actually like Duna a lot. Just didn't like being stuck there for so long. So atmospheric flight is all we have to do. Then we gotta get these guys home again. I'm surprised we're entering the atmosphere kind of during the daytime a little bit too. That's one of the benefits from coming in at such like a weird angle. Yeah, we're not losing any of this delta V. Lost like 0.1 meters per second. So I'm just gonna go ahead and burn it off. Again, we're just skimming the atmosphere, so. Just because it technically completes the contract. And we'll get a bunch of world firsts from, we'll get a bunch of world firsts from, hang on, I messed up. We'll get a bunch of world firsts from going to Ike, so I'll for sure pay for this mission. Yeah, we're in those weird past conic states. It kind of calculates where we're at. I think that... Oh, we're gonna hit Ike again. Or the atmosphere. No worries. Just go in and come back out. Probably almost out of power too. We're out of the atmosphere. Looks like we'll be hitting Ike this time around. Ike is a good moon. I do kind of wish Duna had like a Phobos or Deimos type moon though. I think that would have been pretty cool. So we'll just go to Periapsis and go retrograde. We'll do our landing burn. Alright, we get about 240 from going to Ike so far. We need the fuel from Ike to get us to the Jewel though, so we're gonna go all the way on Ike. Let's see how far off the ground are we? Ooh, 4,000? Close. We're almost at Periapsis though. I'll initiate the landing burn right now. Actually, I think we'll wait till we're a little bit higher. Let's Periapsis 12. Actually, that's still a little bit lower than I was hoping for. Going pretty fast. We're just gonna look how close we're gonna get this guy. It's gonna be like less than 1,000. About 1,000. Alright. I guess we'll try to land here. This place looks kind of flat. Switch to surface velocity. Burn off all the horizontal. We had like 0 vertical velocity because we burned off our horizontal so fast. So now I'll point the ship radial up. I'll just kind of fall down. So Orbit of Ike, this should give us even more money. Another 119. We only have 3 landing legs, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Fortunately, if we land soft enough though, we should be able to land this thing on the engine bells. Nothing to fear. Gonna start trimming the velocity down. Try to get thrust to weight about 1. Still got a little bit of horizontal drift I'm trying to cancel out. Almost there though. Just gonna put us down the engines, start the RCS reactors. And another soft touchdown. Wow, Jeb, that's inspired. I need to go plant a flag. If you're wondering what this is for, we did add some ladders to this thing. Careful. Typical Kerbal landing. As for Lathe, because in Lathe we won't be able to do an RCS jetpack up to the cockpit. Technically it's a passenger module. Alright, what do you see? Yep, heretic sample. EVA report. It's a bunch of large rocks scattered around the surface. Let's plant the flag. It's one small step for Kerbal, or fall. One giant leap for Kerbal kind. Even though we've already been kind of here. Jebediah here. First time on Ike. Testing out the ultimate lander. Blue Drake. Next mission is to Jewel. Awesome. You can go home now, Jeb. I'll get the sign set up, and then I think we'll call the episode. So. Cool. I'll transmit the signs too while we're at it. I'm full of data. Suffering from success. And I'll begin the refueling operation. I'll call the episode here, guys. Next time, we should be going on our way to Jewel, I believe. So, tune in for that. Just get. Is it Duna in the background? I don't think it is. No. Well, that's Ike for you with the ultimate lander. What was that? Oh. See you next time.